why Hunter x Hunter sucks ass. Meruem is literally a minority.
Yo, you'll never see me dab you up again! Hey guys, welcome to Bizarre Anime Vibes. I'm your host Joku, and I'm here with
Tired Man, Drip Knight,
Jonah.
And today we are here to talk about a very favorite anime of one of us in particular, and that is Hunter x Hunter. But before that, how are you guys doing today?
honestly, sleepy day, but you know, those days come often, and when they do, you just have to fight the pain, and you have to try not to sleep, especially when you're driving or when you're talking to a girl.
Can get into that, some of that, but I was gonna say, yeah, I had a rough night myself, so not exactly 100% there, but
But you said rough nut or rough night?
rough night, not nut.
Oh, I was about to say we could
Rough
relate on
nut?
something, but
Yeah,
I know,
we definitely
right?
cannot.
Like, bro,
She
this
asked me what
sometimes,
happened on nut. care.
sometimes, you know, it just comes. Like, oh wait, wrong choice of words. it it comes to be. It's been a long day for all of us. You know, the Ethiopian
Apparently,
tree.
clearly some more than others.
But-
But yeah, without before we do anything, just want to say, don't forget to colossal smash that like button and subscribe to stay up to date with all our, local vids, our podcasts, our figure unboxing, all that stuff. And before that, is there anything else you think we need to mention?
Not much except for, of course, thanking all of you for tuning in with us. If it wasn't for you guys, we would not be a thing. And we really do appreciate your support
Of course.
and for you guys showing up and just for
Without y'all, we
Yeah.
wouldn't be here. We would literally just be we would be
Jobless.
Bizarre Anime Vibe. Well, you guys would be. I have a job still, but I have 2 jobs on that. But without you guys, we wouldn't be Bizarre Anime Vibes. We would just be vibes. All right. With that being said, let's jump into it. Hunter x Hunter. Overall, let's start off. How do you feel about the series?
me.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the series. I do find that some things are, you know, eh, eh. But overall, you could say that Hunter x Hunter is, if someone said Hunter x Hunter is a good first show to start, or Hunter x Hunter is a show that they personally love, I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? You're basic, but you know, sure.
It wouldn't be the first anime I recommend people, but it's also not a bad one. You know, when people tell me, "Oh, my first anime was Hunter x Hunter," I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's a good like first anime." Oh yeah, this is very much biased. But I will say this: when I first finished Hunter x Hunter, I remember I specifically called you, and you were like, "How did you feel?" And this is exactly how I worded it. And to this day, it still feels like this to some extent. It feels like a cheap man's One Piece to some extent.
That's harsh.
There's some
harsh.
no, but understand One Piece is peak. So a cheap man's One Piece is still better than like most anime.
I've never heard anyone say that.
I literally told you that the day I finished Hunter x Hunter. I will say this. I will say
I don't
this.
know anyone
Hunter
who's
x
ever
Hunter,
said that about.
Hunter x Hunter is better than One Piece in some aspects, like with its ability to just kill off characters and other stuff like that. But I don't think it's like there's too many things lacking for Hunter x Hunter for me to like put at top. The power system needs more explanation. The world building is non-existent. You know what I mean? They name places, but like where is that?
I'll be honest. I think if I forgot Togashi, if he had the work ethic of Oda, Hunter x Hunter would be twice as better than
If
One Piece.
any mangaka had the work
twice as
ethic of
better.
Oda,
I'm being dead ass.
dude, that's any mangaka though. Like
Not really, because like if you think about, let's think about it for a second. Let's say Dragon Ball had like an Oda like writer,
He did in the beginning,
Toriyama.
and then he realized
There's no world building in Dragon Ball.
There is.
No, there's not.
There is.
and it's not the best, but it's there.
Bro.
There's no world building in Dragon Ball. It starts off
there's
at Earth,
there's no-
it goes to Namek,
There's
and
not
then it
world
goes to
building, there's soul system building. What Dragon Ball is known when it comes to like its building of their like society and world, they build up their hierarchy. They build up the stakes.
No.
And also
Goku Vegeta gets stronger, a new villain comes in the way. The
Also-
new villain threats to fight Goku Vegeta. Vegeta loses, Goku wins. End of story.
Also, we have to kind of remember the age of when Dragon Ball came out. There's a little bit of
Wiggle room.
wiggle room there, because like with Dragon Ball Super, they definitely try their best to expand the universe. And of course, in Z, that's not really what they did. In Z, they just expanded the characters. They focused more on character growth than they did on the world building. Because in
With the
OG
characters they always
Dragon Ball, that's where the world building was.
They built the characters that he bothered to bring back for Z. But
yeah, rest in peace, launch.
yeah. And who's the other one? It
TM.
was
TM.
Tien. Yeah.
Hunter x Hunter is I think it's the greatest shonen of all time. Personally, because I think of it as like, the story is just like, I mean, the pacing of the story is really well. I think characters are really well developed. I think Gon is an incredible main character. I think Kilo is one of the best well developed characters in shonen. Period. I look at the side characters as just as important. I think Kurapika and Leorio have an impact in the story, especially in comparison to like a lot of other animes where like the side characters don't play much of a prominent role. They're just kind of there.
Yeah, I
Uh,
loved Liara and Kurapika and Chimera Ant. Those guys really carried.
Kurapika did a lot in the Phantom Troop arc. Did he not?
Yeah, that
He had his own arc.
Yeah, he had his own arc.
Yeah.
But you're saying, okay, what did Liara do?
I mean, Leorio was gonna have his own arc
No,
until.
but you're saying like Liario did. So what did he do?
I mean, he was Hunter exam arc. He came back at the end.
He was
During
a
the
side
12th
character.
yeah, at
The
the 12th
most
chairman
hype
arc.
thing
But
he
at
did-
least he did stuff. You
Yeah,
know.
the most hype thing he did was punch the shit out of Jin, but like that's it. It's a hype moment.
I mean, but he didn't have his own arc.
But also him being elected, like trying to run for I guess Hunter
you
the
can't tell
president.
me you can't. You first of all, he only did that for Gon, but like, and
Who
then
cares?
he
But,
literally
like,
dropped out.
Who
But
cares?
like,
No, that's
you
not
can't
an
tell me.
argument.
You can't tell me when they were getting jumped in that one like arc, and everyone like powered like Kurapika pulled out his chains and all that, and this bro Liario pulled out a knife. You weren't just like,
Who cares? That's
bro, this
literally
is
not the
embarrassing.
argument.
This
That's
is
crazy.
embarrassing.
That's not the argument.
Am I not?
That's literally not the
My
argument.
point is
He's
Liario
not a fighter. He's not a fighter.
The
He's not a fighter.
argument is that I'm saying side characters in Hunter x Hunter still play a prominent role. They come back in different areas, right? We see Hisoka at the beginning.
And
the
you know
villain of
what
the first
series
arc
does that better?
there, but it's not better.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing about Hunter x Hunter.
Your bias.
It's not
Your
over
bias
yet.
is showing easily.
I love Full Metal,
I'm saying this.
but it's
Hunter x Hunter. First of all, look the things you complain about Dressrosa, Chimera Ant is 10 times like worse.
Chimera is like literally the best arc. I'm not
It
trying
was
to sound
literally
like,
it's a great it's one of the best arcs of all times. But in
I
terms of
felt
every
every so. No, it was Greed Island. Greed Island got me.
Oh,
Green
Green
Island
Island-
is mid.
yeah, Green Island is
Mid
not
Island.
bad.
Bro, I was
Okay, here's my thing. Chimera
That's the
Ant is
worst
one of
arc.
the greatest arcs of all time, right? But the pacing is shit, and you have to agree. Like if you think Dressrosa pacing is horrible, bro, they literally took 20 episodes for the span of like 6 seconds or however long it was. Like process that. They were like going over 6 seconds, and it took them like
the
10 or 20
plan,
episodes.
yeah,
Exactly. They're like
yeah.
they were going over the plan and showing the events in milliseconds for 20 episodes.
For One Piece or Hunter x Hunter?
For Hunter x Hunter, you don't forget when they like first jumped the place, and it took like what? Okay, maybe not like 5 episodes to show like 7 seconds of what actually happened in real time.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
Okay,
Like, first we
okay.
jumped, then they were invisible.
Which
they had
one's
to get
better,
past the
though?
stairs. Then they dropped from the meteor.
But which
the
one better,
two
Hunter
old
Hunter
dudes.
99, the 90 Hunter Hunter, or the 2011?
2011.
Obviously, I haven't seen 99, but like from what I've seen,
You fools.
99
the
has
Parcher's
filler.
better.
You what?
The Parcher's better.
Okay, fair.
You can't beat that.
Fair.
You
OST wise, I'll give it to the 2011. I like the 90s.
Oh, 2011 OSTs, and it's like one of the greatest of all time.
Like it's just they stepped up. They stepped up the game. We better get copyright claimed.
Yeah.
By you speaking those words.
Since
Okay,
then.
let's talk about Hunter. You know what?
I'm saying I've seen
You know,
both.
you know
is my
I'm
point.
gonna end this right now. Hunter Hunter is just textbook. It's just literally a textbook of reading.
Yo, you'll never see me dab you up again. Like,
What?
bro,
Explain.
it's literally just a textbook.
I looked.
Have you read the manga?
Mm-mm.
And this bro says I'm a fake Hunter x Hunter. He hasn't even read the manga.
But if you're
It's
saying the
literally
Hunter Hunter
just
manga is better than
textbooks.
Chainsaw Man, I never
I'm saying
even.
the story's
I
better.
never. But the way you have to portray a story isn't through literally me having to read
Look,
5
look,
pages.
Look, Lord of the Rings, those books, the Harry Potter books, they're
Yeah.
great. You know, some people say they're some of the best of literature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's when you're going down. You know you're going to read. When you pick up a manga, you expect to see pictures. When you watch an anime, you expect to see action or or like animation. So why am I picking up the Hunter x Hunter manga and there are just panels with words for pages? Why does it take me 10 minutes to read a chapter?
Why can't it show me instead of tell me?
Why
I may have never seen the Chainsaw Man
I've never read
manga.
the manga, so I don't know.
you do realize how,
Okay, but in the anime, they also go through like
think about
like,
how long
almost
Chimera Ant
how
was.
many episodes.
Think about how long
Okay.
Chimera Ant was, and it was
Peak.
because the narrator had to explain literally everything going on. Think about that.
It's peak.
But think about that, but then you have to read it.
Chimera arc definitely had like, and then it
The
had
story-
really high.
The story is really the final like fight is great. It's the best. Like
It had the one
second
that-
the raid starts, it's
Yes,
great.
Yes.
Minus the pacing. Of like the 5 episodes for 7 seconds of them entering.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Like
fair.
besides that one aspect, everything past that
Also,
is
there's
peak.
so many Chimera Chimera ants that I just didn't care for.
Oh, yeah.
The cheetah. I didn't care the cheetah.
I liked how the fight with the smoker dude who just literally just sat down and was like, all right.
Okay, maybe that part, but like the way he just went like complete adios amigos, like that.
There's just too many ants that like are built up. Like the one Killua ends up beheading. Like
Yeah.
the one where it's like, oh, I'm gonna be the main like antagonist, and then they just end up like one-shotting him later.
We're not saying the Hunter x Hunter doesn't have like one of the best anime moments of all time in history because
No,
it's the most. It's one of the most memorable.
I'm not even
at
talking about the
least.
anime. I'm just saying the stories and
What?
Like,
He's
better.
getting a boner,
What? No, I was gonna say Gone.
but everyone got spoiled for that scene, so it takes
Yeah.
less impact.
Like yes, as like less in fact if you got spoiled and
I think the scene in Hunter x Hunter that is the most is when he starts praying.
oh right yeah that
Or no,
that was
actually
just
no.
horrifying.
Just straight up is when you look up in the sky.
Oh
That scene when they looked up in the sky and they saw what was heading down. That I think was the most memorable part of Hunter x Hunter for me.
no, I think my favorite part was like just Miriam. Miriam was like he carried that arc. Miriam,
Oh, he's incredible.
He's
He-
literally like Doflamingo. He carried.
he carried.
He
that
didn't carry it,
whole
but he was the best
no,
character.
he carried.
No, he was
He
the best
carried.
character. He didn't
He
count.
carried.
Bro, he carried.
Gon was incredible too.
Bro, I don't give
Gon was a silent.
He
sniper.
literally was a side character as a main character. Bro, if Miriam was not the villain, that arc would have been mid. Like, it would have been
Yes,
mid with some
that's
hype
insane.
moments. That's
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. Mid with some hype moments.
That's insane.
Mid-
I gotta say.
A mid arc with hype moments over, but
Sprinkles,
overall,
I don't have to
sprinkles.
explain why.
overall, the Chimera and arc would suck. But the thing is, because
No.
Miriam, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Look, the pacing of Hunter x Hunter is absolute like dog shit. You know what I mean? And the Chimera Ant arc, and like, but the thing is, when you finally get to the ending,
Dog shit.
no, when you get to the end, if you go back and you're like, it was worth it. You know what I mean? It may have been long. But like for what I got at the end, it was worth my time. If Miriam wasn't the villain, if the way Miriam is quote defeated, or Miriam like that final fight, or any of that, bro, that arc would have just been like the longest mid arc of all time.
It would have been.
It would have been worth it.
I mean, yeah, he stole the show,
Like,
that arc, but think about it. But
Like the creator of Hunter x Hunter made a bad villain for the bomber. He made a bad villain,
Bro,
but
that was hyped up for literally 2 arcs beforehand, and then you get there and it's like,
and then he made a good villain, but a poor arc.
could you? Okay, weird analogy.
you're not just saying
Weird-
Chimera is a poor arc.
Weird analogy.
It's not a poor arc.
Weird
You can't
analogy.
even- It's the best arc
Hear me out.
in
Hear me
Shonen.
out. Hear me out. Weird analogy. Like switch Bomber and Miriam as villains. You're telling me Chimerians would have been good?
No, because Chimera's much longer than Greed Island. I don't think
No, I'm
Bomber...
saying switch the villains. If like the villain was on the same level as Bomber, and then in Chimera and in Greed Island the same level as Miriam, bro, it wouldn't have been like even I don't think Greed Island would have been the best arc, but it would have been a more enjoyable. It was the first arc in Hunter x Hunter where I said it was bad.
Well, build up matters for a villain. Like the way Meruem was built up in Chimera and arc was just a
He was
fearsome,
built up
gruesome.
for a lot.
So
And I-
yeah, he had to be a great villain because if not, then
Mhm.
then
But I feel like,
what was
build
the
up
whole
wasn't
point
the only thing that made him
But-
so good.
But like we have to also remember, the creator has successfully been able to build up a villain. Remember that the spiders. That he built up the spiders to be a good villain, and then what do we have after that?
Yeah, spiders were great.
What was the arc? It was the tower. Okay, I think
Tower
if we
of
went in order,
Or whatever. The Battle Tower.
Battle Tower, and then after Battle Tower was Something City.
York New City.
Yes, that one I think that was a really
You don't-
good. I
you don't-
loved it.
you don't
That
get it?
was that
Well,
was
you know-
Phantom Troop.
You know how
That
you can
fa-
remember that?
Hmm?
New York City backwards.
New-
York New.
York New.
Oh wow,
Hmm.
clever. Okay, clever.
You never realized that, did you?
No, not at all. Nah. Even for 1 second, I didn't realize that. But see, that is how they made a good. That he has presented that he can make a good build up. Bomber just wasn't a good example of that. Bomber is just a.
I don't think. Okay, yeah.
But
Bomber.
here's the
even
thing.
by design,
Here's the thing.
by design, Bomber is just doesn't look intimidating.
Okay,
He looks like a
Bomb-
rejected President Mike. Like,
I mean, Bomber was a threat though.
here's the thing. Here's the
Because
thing.
I mean, he may not be as menacing as the Phantom
His
Trooper.
power was.
But you got to think about it. They're in a video game, right?
You're literally saying, bro, setup matters. I think you're forgetting. Bomber had setup. He was introduced at the beginning of Greed Island and was like throughout the whole thing. He was just kind of like a background villain.
Oh.
Or like he was there setting up. He was killing players. Remember the one dude who looked like Poochie in Hunter x Hunter? Who was like, oh, there's the Bomber dude, blah blah. I don't know, and he got like jumped by Bomber and all that. He was setting up Bomber, but Bomber just sucked
Why did I enjoy the spider part way more?
because it was
When-
interesting and the spiders are actually good characters.
Yeah.
Because the Phantom Troop was much more developed,
Phantom Troop, honestly, it's
and you saw them constantly throughout the series.
yeah.
Right?
No. Phantom.
It wasn't. They didn't just come and go.
Bro, I think my favorite part was definitely when Ahsoka wanted to fight
Frollo?
Corla.
Mhm.
That part was just that was comedy. That was
Sorry,
hilarious.
I have no Nen right now. What?
I have no access to my name. I'll die if I use it.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm,
So here's my argument for Bomber.
Okay. But good luck.
I think Bomber's not a bad villain. He's okay. He's decent. The reason why like you guys see he's bad is because he's not as menacing compared to the other villains. Think about it. Who's the main villain in the first arc? The Hunter exam.
Hunter Sam?
Yeah, who's the villain?
Hisoka.
Hisoka, right? Okay, so Hisoka obviously is a character that's I don't know how he's viewed, if they like him or they don't like him, but he's memorable, right? Because you saw him constantly throughout the series, right?
And
you
there's not
like
many characters
you
who are
give
openly pedo, but
what?
I mean, Hisoka literally dominated, killed like 4 people in the race. During the smoke, he killed 4 people, and that's how he established his dominance.
Yeah,
Literally,
I mean,
Bulma.
Killua does the same though.
Yeah, but Kilo was at least friends with Gon.
Let me question that for you. Who's the better, the Phantom Troop as a whole, or Miriam?
Meruem.
Really?
Meruem.
Not even close.
Meruem.
Oh wait, none of you have read the. Never mind.
Meruem.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm based off anime, where we are in the anime.
Who made more of an
Yeah.
impact? Overall impact.
And
Meruem, 100%,
I mean,
right?
Yeah, I mean, in the real world, the Phantom Troop, because it's become a cult following to get that spider tattoo. But like, yes, I know what you mean. Okay, overall, this is my overall thoughts on Miriam. I think he's a great villain. Okay, I think he is one of the best. Do I think he is the best? No, I'm sorry. I think he carries Chimera Ant,
He thinks he's the best.
but like that doesn't make him one of the best villains. I think honestly, Pucci like is one of, because I mean, spoilers for JoJo Part 6.
How is Pucci better than Meruem?
He actually did what he wanted. Like he completed. He won. He reset the.
Sorry, so every other villain's trash? 'Cause they didn't
No,
complete?
I'm saying, but like Pucci had the motivation, the drive, and he literally didn't let anything stop him.
That's literally every villain. Every villain has the
but he's-
motivation and drive to complete what they do. That's why they're the villain.
How many villains actually succeed?
So it's about
2.
succeeding, correct? So it's about succeeding?
I'm saying the fact that he succeeded puts him on a whole nother.
Okay, Kaido succeeded in defeating Luffy, right?
Okay, but he didn't at the end.
Not a great villain.
No, I'm saying in the end,
Yeah.
Pucci was defeated, but he got what he wanted already. He won. Like
So Pucci lost. And he won.
But he won because he did what he needed to. He didn't need to be alive at that point. He killed everyone he needed to that like really mattered.
Yeah. Well,
He
I
didn't
mean,
kill Emporio, but he's like, but he got to the point where everyone knew. You know what I mean?
in a
I
way,
mean,
Yeah. So it sounds like villains, great villains succeed in what they do. So, I mean, and if that's the case, then
The ending of Part 6 is weird.
every other
For me
villain
personally,
sucks.
I think Pucci just in general is one of the greatest.
I
villains.
think
His motivation and everything too.
I think
to be fair, you can argue Meruem's
Pucci,
motivation at the
Pucci,
end was
Pucci.
different. Like he didn't.
I think his backstory with his
Pucci.
sister and why he even wanted this outcome, because you know what I mean. And the fact that he kills literally the main cast, and not just the main cast, but also like the main character and another previous.
Okay, but killing a main character doesn't solidify you as a great villain.
Yeah,
Doflamingo
but killing
didn't
Jotaro is on a whole like.
Okay, but Doflamingo he didn't kill the main hero.
Because I mean, for what it's worth, spoilers for I guess Dressrosa, he killed his father.
Yes.
He killed his brother.
Yes.
He cut off Law's arm. He cut off Law's arm.
in his backstory.
And then reattached Law. And the Law.
No, that's just Law BS. Okay, but like he did do that. You
So
know what I mean?
he didn't succeed though.
Yeah, because Law.
Because Law reattached his arm.
Yes.
So what's the point?
Okay,
of cutting
but
off?
I don't think Dopamine is one of the best written. I did like I'm not saying winning is literally
I think
everything.
the criteria
But I'm saying
the
winning-
criteria is
Look,
changing.
I'm not
It's
saying you guys not saying Pucci's a great villain during Black History Month is insane.
Well, Meruem is a good villain.
He's better. Simply.
But
Put.
nobody.
Nobody except for him thinks
Meruem
Pucci's
is
better.
literally a minority. Miriam
Yes, he
got,
is.
Miriam literally got
And look,
like
he may be a minority, and if Miriam said the N word, I'm not going to be the one to tell him he shouldn't be saying it. But
what?
I'm just saying, Pucci is a melanated brother.
Thank you all for enjoying our talk about Hunter x Hunter and how some of us agree that Hunter is good, some of us agree it's this good. Some of us even say that peak. Some of us
Hunter x Hunter is
kind of have
great-
disagreement.
It's a great story. Miriam's a great villain. But he carried Chimera Ant, but that doesn't make him the best villain of all time. Thanks again one more time to everyone who's been watching this. We really appreciate it. And without further ado, we're going to call it. You guys stay safe.
And of course, check our stores in Beaufort and Alpharetta.
That too. All right. Georgia.
Georgia, of course.
Yeah,
Georgia.
that's where we're located. All right. You guys stay safe.